So the owner of the Davenport building that partially collapsed, Andrew Wood, has been fined $300 for lack of maintenance on the building. Don't know if he's going to be charged with the harm that came to the people in the building.
We want to give you a quick recap of the building collapse situation happening in downtown Davenport. City officials say 5 tenants are still missing after the collapse on Sunday, and they believe 2 of them may still be in the building or debris. Crews say they found no signs of human activity during a search yesterday. City officials say they hope to conduct another search if it's safe enough. The city of Davenport has fined the building owner $300 for failure to keep it safe and sanitary. Tonight, News 8's Cesar Sanchez joins us live in downtown Davenport. Cesar, you have been talking with people who are just finding out about that fine.
Okay, though, but does that keeping the building safe? I thought it was maintenance, but does that also include like the collapsing of the building? Is that what the fine is for? Or is he actually gonna like go to court and face charges for the partial collapse of the building? Because if anybody else were to cause a building to collapse or to uh, not maintain their property and have their building collapse and people got hurt, they would get into some trouble. Maybe he's, you know, getting a slap on the wrist because what, first time offense, I guess?
Yeah, good evening, John. It's been a hard topic to talk about around here with the people. It's been about 72 hours since the Davenport Hotel building collapsed here, and for the people behind me, a $300 fine just isn't enough of a punishment. It's now day 3 since the Davenport Hotel collapsed. Many out here still clinging on hope.
I'm out here just showing my support to all the families here. It's sad. I wish we had more faces down here.
Brandon Colvin's son, Brandon Colvin Jr., has been out here since Monday.
That night I stayed here the whole entire night with my cousin Kwani and a friend, her over there. And then yesterday I stayed the night too. I fell asleep for like 2 hours out here. That was the first time I got any type of sleep, was yesterday.
While people continue to ask for a rescue, the city fined the building owner, Andrew Wold, $300 for not keeping the building safe and sanitary.
Well, only $300? That's crazy.
Causing a stir among the protesters.
I don't think $300 is worth people who got injured or lost their homes or their pets or their belongings. $300 does not cover that.
Yeah, is he gonna be required to pay for these people to be able to move their medical bills, emotional suffering, and stuff like that? Because he should be required to pay for that stuff.
It's really furious to hear all of that. Not surprising at all.
$300 alongside $95 of court fees.
No, who did that, who wrote that, who made that? But that's not even right. $400 for this, like, that don't even make sense.
But the mentality isn't changing around here.
I just need to be another person, another head, another voice. We need as many voices as we can down here.
That he's still alive, he's still here. We're just trying to keep the hope up.
Now, I want to make it clear for all of our viewers, the fine isn't because of the building collapsing. Rather, it's for Wold's failure to keep the building safe and sanitary. But regardless, for the people around here, that's the least of their concerns. John?
But if you keep your building safe, it shouldn't collapse, correct? So, I mean, the idea he's being fined for not keeping the building safe is pretty weird.
Back to you.
All right, thank you, Cesar. Andrew Wold is scheduled to make a court appearance next week. All right, since the building collapsed on Sunday, organizations have been offering support, including the Red Cross. Within a few hours of the building collapse, the Red Cross had a temporary shelter set up for residents. Right now, that shelter is at the Old Select Specialty Hospital at 1111 West Kimberly Road in Davenport. They say numbers have fluctuated over the past 4 days. Community support, though, pouring in, with people offering hotel vouchers and restaurant and grocery stores donating meals to the Red Cross. Its mission to provide the necessities to the displaced.
What we provide them is the basics. We want them to have a place to stay, that's comfortable and they can get the meals they need when they need it. And so we kind of take care of those basic needs. It's kind of like the first aid of sheltering.
The Red Cross says it's very hard to predict how long they will need to stay set up. And more permanent housing is being offered to those who lived in the collapsed building. News 8's Joe McCoy continues our team coverage tonight from Davenport. Good evening, Joe.
Good evening, John. When disaster strikes, a lot of times that's when you get to see the beauty of a community coming together. And this situation is no exception, as an apartment complex is doing all they can to help those displaced by the collapse.
The Maplewood Apartments are helping me and a lot of other folks get into new lodgings, safer places. So anybody who needs a place definitely needs to get in touch with them. The only thing that they require is a $40 application fee, but it will be credited back to people. No rent, no deposit, no pet deposit, nothing. They don't want any of our money. They just want to help.
Victoria says it feels amazing to have someone who cares this much. She also said that she is doing better and that she's getting her feet back underneath her. John?